Welcome to Family Food Taste. Family that eats together, stays together. Hi, I'm Alyona, and today I'm going to share with you a recipe which is a traditional Gujarati recipe, and this is made in most Gujarati households. It's called Khatta Moong. I'm sure many of you won't have heard of this recipe. What is Khatta Moong? So basically it is a Gujarati curry and we add moong in it. Okay, so I'm going to show you quickly how this recipe is made, and it's more like a very comfort food, and as and when you go through the recipe you'll see how easy it is to do. So first of all, I'm going to take the yogurt and I'm going to put it in a big bowl, mixing bowl. I'm going to add some gram flour or besan and give it a nice whisk. Mix it properly so that there are no lumps. I remember as a child when mom used to cook this, just love it. And even now, whenever she comes to stay with us, I always tell her, Mom, make that recipe na. It's a very wholesome and filling dish. I'm going to add some ginger and green chili paste to it, just to give it some zing. Mix it again. Here I've taken some healthy sprouts, which is of course moong sprouts. You can also take the whole moong dal and cook it in the cooker. And even the water that is left, you can drink it just like that. It's very healthy, do not throw it. I'm going to add a bit of water to this. So basically it's Gujarati curry in which we're going to add some boiled moong dal to it. So firstly we're going to heat some ghee, homemade ghee in a pan. Just about 1 or 2 spoons. Ghee always gives a good flavor. My father-in-law used to love this recipe. Whenever they used to come to stay with us, I used to always make this for him. Once the ghee is hot, we're going to add some mustard seeds, some cloves, just a small bit of cinnamon stick, some cumin seeds, jeera, not to forget the curry leaves, a bit of asafoetida. Just going to add a wee bit of turmeric, just a little bit, not too much, and then quickly add the yogurt mixture. Need to add some more water. So this was one of my favorite recipes when we got married. I remember when Sanjeev used to work very late, I used to always make this recipe because it had the curry, it had the dal, and then you have it with rice, so it's like a one-dish meal and very easy to make. And then when he would come home, he would say, is there anything left for me? I said, yeah, okay. We'll add some salt. Salt to taste. Because we haven't added anything in the mixture. We can add the salt in the yogurt mixture too. Unlike a Punjabi curry, the Gujarati curry doesn't need to boil too much, and it doesn't have too much of besan or gram flour or even haldi for that matter. So you can have it just like this, Gujarati curry, or I'm going to add the moong to this, which becomes a Khatta Moong. The moong needs to be boiled nicely. I think this much should suffice. It needs to boil along with the curry so that the moong also gets the flavor of the curry, and that's why it's called Khatta Moong, because basically the dahi is khatta, so that's why it's Khatta Moong. I remember as a child, my mother would always say, learn some cooking, because both my sisters used to love to cook. My elder sister, of course, is a chef by profession. The younger one used to love to cook. She used to always bake. And I used to always say, yeah, I'll learn. And then, as luck would happen, I got married to a chef, so I thought I wouldn't have to cook. But of course, initially after marriage, I used to cook a lot. So in those days, I learned this recipe and I mastered the art of this recipe. I hope you're going to try this dish and cook it for your husbands. And as soon as it's boiled, it will be ready. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Then we're going to serve it with some steamed rice. Wow, you can see now, this is absolutely ready. Nice and boiling and steaming hot, just how I like it. In my house, I have to have my food piping hot. So even if it gets cold a little bit, goes in the microwave, then back for me. So pour this in a bowl. Going to put some freshly chopped coriander. So here's the recipe of Khatta Moong, which is one of my favorite recipes. I hope you're going to try this recipe and cook it for your family. And do let us know, how did they like this dish?